scouting party's moving into position now. Getting super. Heavy mortar east yonder, 1-0.
Hallo.
Fire.
On September 1st, 1939, Germany invades Poland. Britain and Canada, along with several other countries, declare war in the following days. The Second World War begins. Fighting rages around the world. In 1941, Japan launches coordinated attacks across the Pacific, and the United States joins the war. New methods of warfare are pioneered overnight. Elite special forces known as commandos are trained to bring the fighting to the enemy and strike deep behind enemy lines. The United States and Canada create one such unit. The 1st Special Service Force is born. Under the command of Colonel Robert T. Frederick, training begins under secrecy at Fort Harris, Montana. The Canadian and American soldiers are put through rigorous trials and testing that push them harder than any other unit. Soon the national differences between the men are wiped away and they become a cohesive fighting force. The men are trained in parachuting, mountaineering, skiing, amphibious operations, hand-to-hand combat, explosives, and enemy weapons. Operation Plow, the FSSF's original mission, is cancelled and the existence of the force hangs by a thread. A new assignment presents itself, and the force is sent to the island of Kiska to fight the Japanese. Unknown to the Allies, The Japanese slip away before the attack, and the island is retaken with ease. The 1st Special Service Force next assignment takes them to the mountains of Italy. One mountain has proven impossible to take, Monte la Difensa. The 1st Special Service Force is given the task of taking it. Under the cover of darkness on December 3rd, 1943, the FSSF scales the backside of the mountain with ropes in the freezing rain and cold. Many of them are carrying over 100 pounds of equipment. Near dawn, the battle begins. Fierce fighting breaks out on the summit of the mountain, and the battle-hardened and well-trained German soldiers retreat in a matter of hours. The FSSF passes its trial by fire with success. More mountains would fall to the FSSF over the next month. Its reputation spread as an elite fighting force. On February 1st, 1944, Allied forces landed Anzio behind enemy lines. The attack stalls, and the beachhead goes on the defensive. The FSSF are called in to hold the line and asked to do the impossible once again. With less than 2,000 men, they are tasked to hold an area that normally 10,000 would hold. Their sector is over 10 kilometers long, 1/4 of an entire beachhead perimeter. Through aggressive night raids and constant pressure, the FSSF forced the Germans to pull back to their front line, 800 meters. Psychological warfare tactics scare the Germans. Death stickers are placed on German bodies that say, "Das Dicke and kommt Nacht," or "The worst is yet to come." The 1st Special Service Force ends up in combat for 99 days straight, but they hold the line. The Allies break out of Anzio and advance to Rome. On June 4th, the FSSF are the first to enter the city. Citizens rejoice and welcome the Allies with open arms. In August, the FSSF take part in Operation Dragoon, the invasion of southern France. The island forts of Port-Cros and Ile-de-Levant fall. Pushing along the southern French coast towards the Italian border, the FSSF take numerous small towns at an astonishing pace. By mid-September 1944, the force has come to its final post along the Franco-Italian border and take up defensive positions. Allied command saw that this specialized training of the FSSF was no longer required, and the Canadian government needed replacements for their own army units. On December 5th, the FSSF are formally disbanded near the French town of Villeneuve-Loubet. In a final ceremony, the Canadian soldiers are dismissed from the unit and saluted by their American comrades.
Welcome to the 1st Special Service Force Living History Association, where World War II history comes to life. Founded in 2011, our group endeavors to honor the memory and legacy of the 1st Special Service Force and all those who served, fought, and died in World War II. Through living history displays, mock battles, and camp life, we offer a small glimpse into the greatest conflict of human history. We educate the public about what life was like for a soldier 80 years ago. To do this, we strive for utmost authenticity and attention to detail. Our uniforms and equipment are identical to what soldiers in the 1st Special Service Force would have used. We use the same tents and the same shaving kits. We use the same stoves and eat the same food. We not only look the part, but we act the part too. We learn how to read maps and use compasses. We do hand-to-hand combat, how to dig and sleep in foxholes, and how to use the same weapons. For safety, we fire blanks instead of live ammo. All of this is done so that we can experience what it was like and educate others about it so that their lived experience is not forgotten. We all have a deep passion for history in this group. Some of us were former soldiers, though many of us are from all walks of life, just like they were. Remember them.